Hey, collective, what is going on? So, this is going to be a little bit of a different type of reading. It's kind of interesting. So, somehow I ended up doing two Leo readings, and then early this morning, I thought I was supposed to be doing Virgo next, and I did it early this morning. I was trying to upload and then it was saying it was going to take over an hour. I'm like, what the heck? Why? Why would this take over an hour? None of my videos do that anymore. So I went downstairs to my basement to go ahead and work for the day. And then I went and checked my phone and I started looking at the videos and I'm like, what am I doing? Why did I do two Leo videos? And I apparently had already done a Virgo. So the fact that Virgo was in a spin cycle and not uploading, I then realized, okay, all right, something else is happening. So somebody's loved one is trying to come through. They're trying to reach somebody. Okay, so this could be a collective of people, of different loved ones that have passed away, that are trying to come through and get your attention. They want to talk to you. How I'm backtracking this to somebody that you know that's passed is because I saw two different times black butterflies. So when it comes to black butterflies, this relates it represents a wandering soul. So this is somebody that has passed on who's not quite found their way to the afterlife. So they're still stuck between our realm and then the afterlife realm. So the next realm that they're supposed to be in. I don't know how this person passed. I will say I was having heart pains earlier today, and then a little bit this afternoon through my throat. So, take it as it resonates. I don't know who this is for. Like I said, this could be a combination. And I had one song stuck in my head. It was by the Spinners. Hold on. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Whenever you call me. Yeah. It was so emotional. Like, I was about ready to get my ugly cry on. I had to stop myself a few times, and this is why it's taking me so long to come on video to do this, because it was very emotional. It was somebody very much wanting to connect with you, whether you believe in spirits or not. Maybe it's something you're afraid of. It's not something you want to recognize. You shut it out. But this loved one of yours wants to be there for you. And at the same time, they're looking for your help, right? So it's almost like they want to, because they're caught in between realms, they're lost. So they're the wandering soul, and they don't have anybody to talk to, because if you don't recognize how to talk to somebody who's passed, right, how they're communicating with you, then they're kind of lonely, stuck, wandering, trying to get your attention. So I think this is why I'm here, coming on to help somebody understand that there are signs around you that you're missing. I've pulled I've pulled the token bag. I've been called to a couple of different decks where we can start kind of pulling through. I need to pause you. I had to sage before everything. I wanted to get all this saged. The window's open and now my AC is running. So let me just pause you so I can shut that window real quick. All right, I'm back. So I think I'm called to kind of pull some different ways of getting some messages that hopefully maybe will relate to you if this resonates. So I have the pendulum, so let me see here. Oh, wait a minute first. Well, no. Okay. Okay. Nothing. I did feel activity on that one earlier. That is definite activity. That is the Akashic record. I don't know if you can see that moving. This is my Akashic record oracle deck. And it felt very warm when I was doing the saging. So that one's definite. There was no activity on this one. Okay, so let's get that one out of the way. All right, so let's go tokens. Yes, very much so. Okay. Mystic Black Rose Oracle. Okay. That's a yes. All right. Hidden Truth Oracle. A little bit. Not. No. Okay, so there might be one in there. Kipper. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Okay, so it's not really sure about the hidden oracle truth, so I'm gonna put that away. I mean, there wasn't much movement, and I definitely want to do an angel number, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and just verify. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be movement on that one. Yeah, no hesitation on that one. I figured that one. Okay. All right, so it was only 2 decks I was off. All right, not bad, not bad. And tokens. So let's put this back. And oh, yes. And I will do from Tea Leaf. Birthday months. So we'll pull there. So let's start there. Let's get some birthday months so our collective knows what birthday month. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. June. So that's June. So that might resonate with you, and it's interesting. This person on this card has angel wings. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. The angel there. You see the angel wings? So it's I also feel like this is somebody that has passed on who is having an awakening as they're trying to cross over. And I feel you could be having an awakening as well. So it's almost the both of you are going through it at the same time. March could be significant. No. February. One more I heard. Okay. And December. Okay. So any of these months could relate to somebody's birthday that's from somebody whose birthday who has passed on. It could have been the month they passed. It could be a combination of your birth month versus your person's birth month. Okay, so you take that as it resonates. But June, March, February, and December months. Okay. So I want to go to the Akashic Records next. Move this out of the way. And we will go from there. Yeah, this was super, super emotional. Like, I felt like I was there with you experiencing this. Have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. And I believe it looks like a crow. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has lost their way since they've lost their person, and their person is trapped as this wandering soul because there's supposed to be some closure between the two of you. So it's like your person is not able to go to the next realm because they feel you losing your way since you've lost them. And they don't want to leave you, but yet they want you to know that you can call on them. Just like the song by the Spinners. Listen to it. What is the name of it? Whenever You Need Me. I'll Be Around. Spinners, I'll Be Around. And that came out in 1973, so I don't know if that resonates with any of you. But listen to that song. They want you to know that even though they've passed on, you can call on them anytime. Talk to them because they have ways that they want to show you that they're listening to you. They're there for you. And it's to have the faith and to trust that you're able to communicate with them. Will it be different? Absolutely. You can still talk normal, just like I am. And then they're going to have to show you in their own way. So it's like you're going to have to come up with a language, right? So it's like asking yourself, give me a sign you're around. You'll see something, right? You can specifically pick a sign. Say, show me your name somewhere, right? And you could be driving down the road and you could see some sign on the side of the road that happens to show your person's name. You can be specific, or it can just be anything that reminds you of your person, right? You could see, a name of a perfume that they liked, or, you can see a car that they drove, right? Whenever you say, give me a sign that you're around, then that's how you'll know. But you've got to have the faith in the process, because they're still around. They're still with you. They see you. They, are constantly trying to comfort you, and they want you to know to call on them at any time. But I don't think they're going to be able to officially cross over into the afterlife until they know that you have trust that they're there with you and that they will communicate with you. Okay? Yeah, this one had me really emotional. That's why I had to wait. As a matter of fact, I have a tinge of a headache, because if I get an ugly cry on, I'm getting a headache, and I could feel myself starting to want to do that. So you could be feeling very, very emotional lately. Stand your ground. There is something you want to fight for, yet you are choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. I feel like you're afraid to allow yourself to open up to the communication with somebody who's passed. You miss them terribly, but you're also afraid of opening yourself up. And they're saying, stand your ground. Stop choosing to hide yourself from them. Fight to still have this connection with your person. Don't lose the faith. Don't lose your way. Hold on to it, because even though you can't physically see them, you'll see them in other ways. Signs, synchronicities, things that remind you of them. You'll see them in your dreams. You'll see numbers. And when you see certain maybe double-digit numbers, Google those numbers at, say, if it's 2244, say you see that number and you're drawn to it. Google, what is the spiritual meaning of 2244, or whatever it was I said, right? Look it up and see if you can't get some sort of message out of what's being said to you. Discovery. New ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there is still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. Again, this is so much you're discovering. See, there's a black cat on here. And you'll see this person, which I forgot to show you on Stand Your Ground. Do you see that person there with their arms crossed? Very, I don't believe. I'm not open to this, right? They always tell you when you're sitting across from somebody and their arms are crossed, it's somebody who's shut down. They're not open. And like I was telling you, they want you to be open to the experience of communicating with them differently. It is going to be very different for you. But open up your intuition. Cats are very intuitive, okay? So it's time to have the faith. Open up your intuition. Open up yourself to the experience because they're there. They're wandering around you. And they want to talk to you. They want you to talk back to them. Like they said, call on me anytime. They're there. Inner peace. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibration and outcome for you. So this is within you. Your intuition, and to give yourself the inner peace is to not let the fact that this person is not in the 3D with you, don't let that distract you because they're not here in the 3D. Because at the end of the day, this is just, they call it a meat suit. These are costumes. Our bodies are costumes. Our soul is our aura. So even when we're in the 3D and we meet people from past lives that we look at, we personally don't know, but there's a connection. We feel that they feel familiar to us. And that's because we knew them in a past life. So our auras are still part of us to where you don't necessarily need the 3D. So you're stuck in the, well, you're not physically here. I can't physically see you. I cannot really, truly, physically talk to you because I don't hear your words coming back. And what you're not understanding is it still there? You have to find your way, your own unique way of communicating with this person that's passed on. Okay. So what else do we have here, please? You're cold, you're frozen. You're not speaking yet. You're not taking any action. You're standing your ground. But you need to stand for your person because they haven't left you. They're just wandering, confused. Call. Call. They want to hear from you. And no, you can't pick up your cell phone. You can telepathically call this person. You just start talking to them. They want to hear from you. You're not speaking. You're cold. You're frozen. They want to hear from you. They want to pick up that telepathic phone. All you got to do is speak out. They hear you. It's your person that's passed on that has to figure out how to communicate with you. What is going to get your attention? Is it a road sign that you're going to see, their name or their middle name? Is it, your lights can flicker. You could walk into your bathroom and all of a sudden your light starts flickering. They're trying to get your attention. You happen to look at the clock. You see their birth date, or you see double digits, or 1111. They're there. They're with you. Ear ringing, high pitch, right and left. They're trying to guide you because they see things going on around you. So if it's a high pitched, it's whatever you're doing at that moment, whatever's happening is mostly known as a good vibration, a high vibration. It's good. If it's really, really low, where it's like muffled low, that could be, a warning that, there's negative energy around you. Maybe there's somebody that you're dealing with that's negative. So they do those types of things. It might even be helpful for you to Google all the different ways that, spirits and your guides and your loved ones communicate with you, so you can start to pay attention when you open yourself up. All right, let's go to Kipper. And you might very well be seeing black butterflies. And if you're not, I saw it for you. And I'm coming on here to grab your attention so you can know that you have a loved one that is still around, trying to get that communication, trying to get that phone call. What do we have in Kipper here, please, for the collective? Oh, 19. The coffin. Okay, so I need to pull something else with this because, the coffin is endings. It is death. Can be endings coming up. Number 19. What else do we have with this? So I know it's confirmation that there's a loved one coming through. We know that. Thoughts. Oh man, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry, and I feel like I'm almost there. Even though they're past, there's thoughts. They think of you. And they know you think of them. They know that. I don't know. I know this is a different reading. But I was called to it, and sometimes you'll know on my channel I am called to do different things at different times. I don't deny it. It means somebody needs to hear it. Courthouse, number 23. That's interesting. Are you dealing with a legal issue? Or are you still dealing with the legalities of this person that's passed? Clarify the courthouse, please. Can I get more? Is there frustration going through that process? And that's why they feel that they can't continue on to the next realm, the afterlife. They see you struggling with the legalities of this person that's passed. 19, 16, 23. That might be significant for you. Oh, I was going to say that. Okay. They're telling you that it's okay to move on and have a second chance at a union with somebody else. So courthouse could be some of you thinking about possibly remarrying if you've lost a partner. They're telling you it's okay to move on. They're okay where they are. They're there for you. And they want you to know that anytime you need them, just call on them. They'll be there to help you. They're always going to be with you. And they're okay if you decide to get remarried, to have a second chance with another person because you are still here living. Some of you might have been wondering about that. And they're telling you it's okay. They still think of you, even though the ending of the 3D with them, but you're forever connected. The connection you had with this person, here it goes.
Sorry. The connection you had with this person is really strong. And it will never go away. And they're telling you that no one can come in between what the two of you had. And they're saying when you're ready, if you choose to, you can come into union with somebody else while you're here, because they're waiting for you to join them when it's your time. To give yourself inner peace. Stop being so frozen. Sorry. I'm feeling it for this person because they're trying to communicate with you and they're trying to tell you it's okay. But they're coming through me because I'm open to these types of messages from time to time. And they know that. So they're like, oh my God, you're open. I'll be able to get to you. Please, go on YouTube because somebody or a group of people need to hear this. They struggle. They want to talk to their loved ones, the people they know. If you're not open to it, it's like shutting them down. And they struggle. They want to communicate and still have that connection. But I get it. A lot of people are afraid. And I want you to know to not be afraid. And to be open to communicating with your loved one. Because they're there for you. They want you to stop being so frozen. Stop being so shut down. Have inner peace. Have faith. Be open to it. And it's okay to move on with your life. If you choose, to find another partner. Because they're waiting for you. They're like, it doesn't matter. No one will take away that connection. Because they're there waiting for you. Wow. Let's get you an angel number. And I'm going to get off here, take my makeup off, and chill to go to bed. Woo! This is a lot. And I purposely waited, thinking I could come on here and I'll be able to avoid a tear. No way, I'll be fine. I'll have composure. Yeah, we see how that ended up. Oh, 0220. Act on your idea. Divine timing, ambition, collaboration, discipline, opportunity. Good fortune is on your side. And with wise judgment, you can achieve your goals. Now is the perfect time to reach new heights. Recognize this pattern and act on your potential. Your plans are about to flourish. You're on the brink of a spectacular ascent. Embrace the opportunities ahead. You have so much to look forward to. You have an idea. There's something that you want to do.
And they're saying act on it. Whatever that means to you. All right, collective. This was different. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. Let me know if, these types of readings, when I'm called to them, if I should continue once in a while, if these messages come through. I do feel like I'm starting to learn that this is actually part of my own personal journey. I'll be honest with you, it makes me a little uncomfortable passing on messages to other people. It's not, people are not always comfortable dealing with folks that are passed on or in the afterlife for specific messages like this. But I was called to it, so here I am. Let me know if this helped, if it made you feel like it answered maybe some of your questions, if there was any questions. I don't know. Whatever it means to you, even if you don't, I hope it helped. If it did and you feel uncomfortable talking about it in the comments, then just hit the like button. Nobody has to know who you are. Can be your own private journey, but at the end of the day, I hope that this gave you the answers you needed. Much love and light. I'll talk to you soon.